Hello, my name's Julie from So Unique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, welcome to episode 178. It's lovely to have your company. I hope everybody's had a lovely week. I hope you've managed to get some crafting done. You'll have probably got a lot more crafting done than I have this week, because I've been poorly all week, so ever since last Tuesday. Yeah, and I didn't know what I'd got at all, because Tuesday I went to the hairdresser's to have my hair cut, and as she's about to wash my hair, she touched my hair, she says, "Oh, are you hot?" I says, "Oh yes, I am a bit." Me thinking, oh, I'm still having hot flushes and things like that. I'm not going through the menopause, I've finished with all that, but I know people say you can keep getting hot flushes for, well, forever really, and I thought, oh, that's just it. But I'd got a bit of a headache, lost my appetite, I wasn't really eating very much, so I've got a bit of a, I'd say, fever, even though I thought it was just flushes, and I was extremely tired. So I mean, I've been to work every day, I've had paracetamols and they have helped, but by the time I got home from work, I'm just absolutely shattered, and all I'm doing is yawning my head off. I am so tired, and it's like, well, what have I got? What have I picked up here? As the week went on, it wasn't getting any better. By Thursday it was probably at its worst, and I was so tired, and I didn't really get much crochet done. I managed to get a bit sewn while I was done at the shop, but when I was stood up for any length of time cutting fabric out or whatever else I was doing, I was really tired and had to go and sit down. But when I was sat down, I wasn't too bad, and like I said, I kept myself busy. So I've got a few bags made, which is good. Otherwise I would have had nothing to show you today. So like I said, I thought, well, what could this be? So I googled, searched my symptoms on the NHS website, and of course it gives you a list of things. So what did it come up with? It came up with menopause, viral infection, COVID, the flu, and there was a few other things, but I thought I'm thinking this could be a viral infection, because I thought, right, well, first off we'll test for COVID. So Thursday night I tested myself for COVID, and I got a negative result. It wasn't COVID, so I thought, thank goodness for that. Then I just thought, well, I'm taking paracetamols, that's sort of taking the symptoms off. It didn't do anything for the loss of appetite, but I did eat something sort of for meal times. I wasn't sort of at meal times, I just had something when I thought I should have something, basically, because if I didn't eat, then I felt off it because I'd not eaten. So it's a bit of a vicious circle. Anyhow, by Friday morning when I got up, it's like most of the symptoms had gone. So I thought, well, this is good. So I went to work Friday, and Friday when I came in, I wasn't too bad. Yes, I was still a little bit tired, but I sort of get a little bit of tiredness through the summer with the hay fever as well, so it's sort of a mixture of both things, I think. But I mean, we're Monday today and I'm fine. All of that's gone. Yes, I'm still getting hot doos, but it's not like fever hot doos. I think they are just little hot flushes that I'm getting again. But on top of that, I was looking after Milo this weekend. That's my son and daughter-in-law's dog, and their son, my grandson, and they'd gone away overnight, like, so I went, and Kevin came as well, and he stayed, but he'd hurt his back. While I was at work, he was gardening, and when he came to pick me up, he was sort of hobbling about a bit. It hurt his back. he'd only been pulling some weeds up and that in the garden. I mean, this is something he does on a regular basis, but he's hurt his back. And to top that off, I'd got upset stomach from something. I thought, what have I eaten? I mean, I'd had salad in it, I'd got some cabbage in. I thought, is it the cabbage? Because sometimes cabbage, my stomach doesn't always like cabbage. You don't really need to know that, but you know. And what I've got it down to is it's the coffee, because I've said before that I don't really drink coffee, but then I've sort of got I want to try some, and I've got a coffee machine and I love it. And I was only having like the odd cup here and there, and then I've started having it every day, and some days I was having more. And over the last 2 weeks I've had more coffee. But with the weather being hot, I went to the supermarket and I found iced coffee, and I really liked it. So we've got ice cubes in the freezer, so I've been having iced coffee, and I've been having more of them. And on Saturday afternoon, because it was warm, I'd had 2 iced coffees. I think I'd had 2 iced coffees Friday, 2 iced coffees on Saturday, and not long afterwards I got really bad stomach ache, and I thought, oh, this could be the coffee. So I did have iced coffee on Sunday, because we'd taken a couple of each, so I did, and I got stomach ache again. So I thought, that's it. And of course, when I get stomach ache like that from something I've been drinking, it lasts for ages. So it took most of the day for it to go off, but it did go off. I've had no stomach ache today, I've had no coffee. So now I don't know if it's just this one particular brand of iced coffee that's doing it, because when I've made my own iced coffee from the nice coffee for the coffee machine, I use almond milk and I've had no problem, but I've not been drinking loads. So I'm going to leave it for a few days. I know we're going to get some warm weather towards the end of the week, so then I'm going to make my own iced coffee with the almond milk, and I'm going to try it again. And hopefully I won't have stomach ache. Hopefully it's maybe just this particular brand of iced coffee that there may be something in it that doesn't agree with me. I don't know. So it's been a bit of a not such a good week really. So I've done sewing, I've made baskets. On the crochet front, I have done next to nothing on the crochet, so I am going to be so far behind with the crochet, but it doesn't matter. There was no rush to get it done in 5 weeks. If I could have got it done in 5 weeks, then I would have been more than happy, because it would have gone in the shop and it would have advertised the crochet yarn for the kits and everything. So so I've got a little bit of catching up to do this week. I'll just get my basket, and then that will start off with what I've actually done. Right, I have got all my little bits sorted out here, but yeah. Wait a minute. Right, we've got seven squares to do this week, so I have made, I'm only going to show you 3 of these, because I've got 3 of the well, I've done 7 centres altogether, so there's 3 sat here. I've got the first part of the centre, so I've got another round of the white flowers to do, the white petals I should say, so that's that one. Then I've got 2, I've not done any of my ends, I've got 2 centres. They're looking a little bit flat because they keep going flat, but once they're in the square they'll be fine. So I've got those 2, and I've actually got one square. So that's it. And you know, this was so easy to do. I really enjoyed doing this, and I do think the next the next square, looking at the picture, oh excuse me, is going to be another set of squares, but they've got some different colour. They've changed the colours around a little bit. So yeah, but like I said, really enjoyed that, and I think it's going to look lovely when it's finished. So I'm going to be cracking on this week with sorting out my crochet, because like I said, I am enjoying it. Cotton is a little bit hard on my fingers because I'm not used to crocheting with cotton, but I'm definitely enjoying this and I'm looking forward to getting back into it now. So hopefully, well, I think maybe when I finish this video, I don't know if I'm going to have time tonight actually, because I'm filming a little bit later today, so I might not have time to do any crochet, but definitely from tomorrow, oh, I've got an itchy nose. Definitely from tomorrow I should get some crochet done, so hopefully by next Tuesday I'll at least have the 7 squares finished. I can't see me starting on Wednesday. Oh, that's nice. I needed that. Right, well, the bags I've been doing this week, I've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I've made 7 this week, which is good. Right, the first one I have made is a large one, and I have got some lavender pouches as well. So I've got 2 poppy ones using the scraps. I've got one of these with the pumpkins on, and then I've got this little one with the owls on. So the first basket is a large one with the small poppies on, and I've got that lovely spotty fabric inside. I've got a small one made with the poppy fabric, but I'm only halfway through it, so there's no point in me sharing that one with you. You can see that next week. But this inside fabric, it's really nice. It's like a mushroom colour with lots of little coloured spots on, so that's nice. That's probably the best one I could find to go with this poppy fabric. And the next one is this is one of my favourites. This is an autumn one, so we've got lovely orange and white flowers, little pumpkins, and the spotty. This fabric collection is called, I think, Sweet Treats. So this is on the website if anybody is interested in the fabric, and it's a very cute collection of autumn fabrics. You know, you've got your pumpkins and everything. So I'm actually hoping this week that I've managed to be able to connect the website to YouTube. So if I have, everything will be down below in the description box, I think. So we'll have to keep our fingers crossed and see if I can manage to sort it. But yeah, that is lovely. I really like this one. I love this fabric. And the next one is, I've got 2 pieces of this spider's web one, because I know sometimes people like bags for Halloween and if they're into goth things as well, because I think this would be fine. And I've used a lovely orange with speckly cream bits on, which I'd found a bit in my autumn fabric box. I thought I'll use that. So I've only got 1 piece of that fabric, and the other spider web fabric is this like textured one, linen textured look, but this is like a reddy orange. So this is a small one, and you can definitely get 100-gram ball of yarn in this. It just sits in the bottom. I want to put my tags in yet. I haven't done that, but I will do them tomorrow, because these are all going to the shop tomorrow, and I'm going to spend my time putting the tags on, ironing the tags in I should say, and getting some photographs, and then getting them on the website ready for when the video goes live. And the next one is the owl fabric. I think I've only got 1 of these, and this is like a burnt orange, I would say. It's a bit mottledy, but that's really nice. I like that one. Always love this fabric. That's that one. And the next one is a commission for the lovely Dawn. So Dawn, if you're watching, this is your basket, but if you don't want to see it, look away now. So Dawn picked this batik. It's like purple and teal, so it's really lovely. So I love this one, and the inside is a purple batik, which is absolutely lovely. I love that. It really goes well together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple more using this fabric. So the colours will be probably placed differently because it's batik, but the inside will have like a lilac colour fabric because I don't have any more of this fabric in stock. So this will be going on the website for Dawn tomorrow. But I do like this one. It's one of my favourites. I think, mind you, I say that about all of them. They're all my favourites. And the next one, excuse me a minute, this one's just behind the camera. Now, this is a cross between, I'd say, a medium bag and a small bag. I found some fat quarters there, a bundle of fat quarters that I'd bought, and I thought, oh, I get sidetracked just there. I thought, oh, I'll use them instead of making bits up with my scrap fabrics that I said I was going to do. But as I wasn't feeling well, I just couldn't be bothered faffing last week, I must admit. I just wanted something simple to do. Well, these baskets are nice and easy, and there was no rush. I could just take my time. Like I said, I take my paracetamol. I managed to get through my working day. So I decided to use some of these squares. So I'll probably make some more of these baskets. So these are a little bit taller in this part. As you can see, let me get a basket. As you can see the difference. They are a little bit taller, but the base size is, well, the patchwork one is slightly wider, as you can see there. So this is, I think, you know, you're going to get a bit more in this one. I don't know how much wool you'd get in this one until I go to the shop tomorrow, but I reckon you might be able to get 3 in it a push, definitely, because like I said, it's a little bit taller. But this fabric is really nice. There's lots of different shades. I decided to not use this fabric for the handle because I would have needed, I don't know what I needed, six I'd have either needed six squares or maybe 8 to get a handle out, because I'd have had to stitch them together and then cut down the centre, so I've got a bit of each colour, and I just thought that was a little bit of a waste, so I just used some floral fabric to go with it, which it works. And I've got the nice green with the little white stems on, so price wise it'll be in between small and medium, I should think. But yeah, I like it. I think it's turned out okay. I'll probably do some more the same size, and then if I've got any odd ones, or if I'm going to end up with odd ones, I might just make a bigger basket with whatever's left over. But I think it looks nice. I like that one. So that will go on the website as well. Then the fat quarters that I shared last week, I've forgotten what they were called. Was it Cottage Bliss? No, I can't think what they're called, and I've not got any tags with me. Well, I cut out some baskets. I think I can get four baskets out of the 2 fat quarters. No, wait a minute. 2 fat quarter bundles. Surely I must get more than that out. Oh, I might have got some fabric left at work. So, oops. I've cut that out with the books on, and that's paired with the crochet doilies, that one. So that's that one. So I'm taking these to work with me this week, and I'm going to get stitching. And the next one, that's the meadow, so that's the outside of the basket. And then the inside, the lining of these pretty little ovals with the flowers on. So that's 2. And then the third one is little cottages in the meadows. And the lining for that is the blue doilies. And I know I've got another 1 full fat quarter left at work. I know that definitely, because I thought about maybe making a book sleeve with it. And then the other fabric is the lilac books with the pale blue bird cage in. So that's the small one. So the handle, you've got the books, and then you've got that one. And then on the inside, I don't know if you can see that, it's got the little bird cages on, and it's very cute. My favourite colour, this one. And then I also cut another basket out in some a leftover couple of pieces of fabric. So this is an autumn one, so this has got your hares on and your squirrels. And for the inside for that, I am using the yellow with the toadstools on. So these are all prepared and ready to go. So I think I will start on these after I've finished all my photos for tomorrow. So I'll have a good start on next week's bags. And I think that's everything I've made. I'm just going to get this fabric over a minute. Well, while I've been looking for bits, I found my Alice in Wonderland fabric out that I'd got. So this is what I'd used for that little basket last week. So I've got 1/2 metre of each piece. So what I'd like to do is to use this up really. So I might make some medium baskets up in this fabric, and excuse me, I'm getting a bit of a dry throat. And see if I can maybe make some pouches. So I think I'll probably take this back to work tomorrow. So it's going on my pile basically, because I found, now I don't know if I shared it with you last week, it's a pink background fabric and it's got all sort of pinky red toadstools on. So I want to use that up as well for some baskets and pouches. So I don't know whether I'll start on the pink first, because I've taken that to work already. So I am definitely going to start on that. And I'm going to try and make some, I don't know, some things out of my scraps as well this week. So first, yeah, I want to say thank you to everybody who left me some suggestions on what I could make. I've started making a list. I only started that today. I haven't felt like sort of going on the computer and looking for ideas or anything like that, because I know somebody said have a look on Pinterest, and I thought, well, I will do. So that is a job for this week. Have a look on Pinterest, see what I can find, and see what I can make with what I've got. and try and get that bag down, because my bag under my desk at work is getting to overflowing at the minute, because it's got all the fabrics in, and I keep taking them down and topping them up, and I don't use them. So yeah, so that's my week really. So I'm surprised I've managed to get as much done as I have, considering I've not been well. But I'm fine. I think I'm fine now. I think it's gone off. So hopefully it doesn't come back again. Well, I hope everybody has a lovely week. Thank you for joining me this week. I hope you've enjoyed the vlog. If anybody else has got any other suggestions what I could make with offcuts, or is there anything you would like to see in the shop that I could make, you know, let me know down below some ideas. It'd be lovely to hear what other people sort of think of what, you know, what I can't get my words out now, what they'd like to see on the website. So take care everyone, and I'll see you all again soon. Have a lovely week and happy sewing. Bye for now.